As much as men, I don't think.
Do you know why? Because they're mentally stronger.
Yeah,
that's what I believe.
Yeah,
like women are mentally stronger. Men are physically stronger, but when it comes to the mental side of things, why do you think? Just plain and simple. If you have an argument with a woman, she can walk around the house for 3 days straight without saying nothing to you, and you're begging her.
But she's
babes,
brewing.
She's
inside.
screwing. But you're like, babes, please, I beg you, talk to me. This is doing my nutting.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that. It's mentally frustrating when she can walk. Do you want anything? Here's your food. She can make you your food. She can do the washing. She can sort the kids out and do everything. But a man can't function. Do you get what I'm saying? We can function with the physical, but the mental, and our fathers and grandfathers of yesteryear, they just used to drink.
Do you
get what I'm saying?
Can I just do something? I feel like the microphone's covering your face.
So
yeah, we don't want that, do we?
No.
I'm gonna leave that bit in, but
100.
Yeah, it's very, very, very true. We'll touch on that as well. But welcome to the Waffletop podcast.
Are we doing intros now?
No,
I thought you guys are no longer doing
not
intros.
Really. Actually,
no,
yeah,
we have to, man. I'm here, man.
No, they don't.
Waffletop. Paolo, Donny, got some special guests with us today.
Come on.
Hebz.
I didn't even know this guy was coming.
Yeah, that was the last minute.
Gate crash.
Been talking to Chicky since March, you know.
What?
100%. I'm glad. I looked up the other day, and that's why I got back to you straight away, and I thought, I'm going down there, like, and I'm not even on this for this year, bro. I'm getting rid of that next month. If we can't do it, we can't do it. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hold you to that.
We've clocked from March. We clocked from last March that next month never comes.
Yeah.
We've clocked it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So
So I thought this year.
So we even had to change our approach where we was like, if after last minute throw someone in,
just drop it in.
Or drop it in.
Yeah. It was a pleasant surprise.
And it's my thing to support all podcasts, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? If you catch a lot of 90% of podcasts I've been on.
Yeah. Do
you get what I'm saying? Just to show love, like, and it's like a community we're in right now. Like, you get them on, like the rappers. You see rappers working together. We need to work together.
100.
So that's how I feel, man. So yeah, man.
I think you build up a community in it, and then just build it together. Rather than
man.
Working separately.
No, I think that's a beautiful thing I've been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of people on different people's podcasts. Like, you know, we'll take it in rotation. Like, Miriam's been on mine, other people have been on mine, and vice versa. It's like we invite each other back and forth.
We done our first appearance on somebody else's podcast was Miriam's.
Oh, swear.
So that was our first
Big up
one.
Miriam if we're all going to speak
Miriam.
about her, and contact me straight away like these guys did last week, and I'll get to your podcast. Love you.
Yeah, I'll flip that for her as well.
Girl, she's been very patient as well.
She's very cool. But yeah, that like it's we done another one afterwards with a podcast called Off the Grid. So yeah, it was good. That one was good. So imagine, I was talking about something that we're gonna touch on as well today, but over there we spoke about male mental health only, innit?
Okay.
And I spoke about my personal things and what I've been through, and then just in general, and we was talking about a couple of other things. We took a break for 2 months, innit?
Yeah.
So I think we'll tell you now, it was.
Yeah, I needed it still.
Yeah.
Bro,
let's unpack here.
You say that with a smile, yeah, bro. And me and Lippy done the same thing. Because there's certain times when people always say, Tricky, you need to be consistent. But you see, with me, bro, one thing that needs to be there, my mental health, bro.
You gotta be ready.
So you see, if I'm not ready, bro, the fans can wait. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Just that, you're not going to produce the best content when your mind's not there.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I was all over the place. I was thinking of so much stuff. I was like, So that break was a blessing.
100%.
Yeah, bro,
sometimes we got to slow down and pace ourselves.
You got to remember as well, how long was it? So before the break, bearing in mind, there's been 2 lockdowns. So we went non-stop for a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, but bro, that is usually, me and Lippy went non-stop for a year and a half to 2 years. And that is and when I say non-stop, I mean every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. And that gets tiring.
Yeah.
Trust me, it takes a lot out of you, bro. Man. It takes a lot out of you mentally, and especially when you're dealing with another person, like as Hebz would know, dealing with other people, and no disrespect to other people, but you ain't only got to cover yourself, you've got to think about someone else. See, when someone's got I'm starting a new podcast, and it's going to be me on my own. And no disrespect to anyone, but I've just got a lot to say, and I've got a lot to put out, and I really want to just focus on myself getting somewhere. And not have to, yo, bro, you cool, because sometimes Lippy was in a great place, and I'm not. And sometimes I might be in a great place, and he's not. So we have to balance it out for each other.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You got to be accountable for both people, and sometimes it's a lot. It's a lot trying to find a balance.
Definitely.
Because you got obviously your podcast as well.
Yeah, growing up
British.
Ish.
Yeah, let me throw that
Not
one
British,
Nah,
just
Ish.
British.
Kinda. We're not always British, are we?
And that, one of the guys that used to be on there as well, I know.
What, CK?
Clarence, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
My guy gave out his full government. Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence.
CK.
No, but I was having a joke about this yesterday. See, a lot of road man, they got these names like, you know what I'm saying?
He ain't a road
He ain't a road
man.
man, though.
But bro, just naturally, man, like have these names.
No, but CK's
on Instagram, what's his
initials, I
name?
think. CK Money Talks.
CK Money Talks. And CK Money's just Clarence.
But he's a broker. So he talks about financial.
Oh, big up.
Yeah, no, he's serious.
Yeah, see, I like them man there, man. I like them man there.
Right there.
Yeah.
CK, hit me up, bro. Nah, seriously.
I need help.
My nigga Clarence, hit me up, bro.
Oh, now he's got people, yeah.
My people, bro.
No, I'm telling you, man. But it's like obviously, that's where I watch your podcast, and then I was just, you're too funny anyway, as it is. Obviously, I've known Tricky. I've watched Tricky stuff for years. Yeah, I've always been a big fan of your stuff. Yeah, but yeah, like when we started doing this, even like you as well, and I was like, we said, we turned around and we both said, like, we need to this year, we need to be more like, I don't care who's got this many followers and who's this. I'm just gonna message them, see what.
But bro, you see me. I don't check people. She will tell you. I don't check people's views when I go on their podcasts and that. You know, I've been on podcasts and some of them like. One guy was getting like 500 views, and it's only when I went on there, not to boost myself up, but he got like 10k views. Yeah. I don't watch people's views. I just, if we got a connection, then we're gonna vibe, bro. I don't care if you got 200 views. I don't know how much views man get. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not my thing. It's just like if we connect.
But like you said, you got a lot of love for this industry, so you're gonna do things through love.
100%.
You're not gonna do it for clout or status. And I think that's the important thing, is to maintain that mindset. It's not about numbers. It's about like everyone just wanted to exchange energy, man. To see everyone want to elevate each other, and like there's enough lanes for everyone to grow. Do
you think that's where like with like the podcast scene, they can learn from mistakes from like the music scene? So where they do that. And 100%. They look at it, because the podcast scene is quite big now.
100%. It is. Bro, I'm not going to lie. In April, I'm coming up to my 4th year. Do you get what I'm saying? Of doing podcasts. Like, I literally had 2020 off. And 2021, I worked up until April. And as soon as I put out that I wanted to work in schools, ever since then, I went to about 6 different schools, different charities and that, and the other. And I just started doing all of that work for the last 7 months. As I said, this is the first podcast I've done in 7 months. Oh wow! Not my own, nothing else. It's just like this is the first one, but it looks like I've been out there because I've been doing other stuff. And do you know what I mean? Everyone's out there because we just post pictures on Instagram, innit? So people think, oh, you're working, and I'm thinking I'm fucking not.
Like, you fell off Instagram for a little bit.
Yeah, but it's good. Same way for the and we're gonna go into it for the mental side, bro. Like my mental state comes before everything in this country, bro. So I don't care if people are like, because remember, everyone's down with this word, be consistent. But they don't care if you're consistent with rubbish. They just want you to be consistent. So it's like your girlfriend just turning up every day with nothing. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Fanny's closed. Like, do you get what I'm saying? She don't even want to help you with nothing in life, and she's just there. So why is she just there? That's what it is when people are just
don't just
being
be
consistent for no reason. Yeah. So even if he says I've got to take 2 months off, so what, bro? Yeah, do that. So when you come back, you're coming back harder than ever.
But I think there's a difference between like be consistent and you're just slacking because you're unorganized, and then we're being consistent, but we know what kind of level of material we want to release. So we know when to go, when we do check ourselves and be like, you know what, let's just fall back for a little bit. Yeah. I think that means much more than someone who's flaky and someone who's inconsistent. Yeah. They're two different.
My quality means more than my quantity. Yeah. Because people will be like, oh, truth be told, when's it coming back? That episode you done with your dad? I've done 5 episodes, bro. But they were so powerful, they took me through the whole year.
They don't need to be.
They took me all the way up to Manchester in November when I shot it in February. They was like, yeah, that episode with your dad, we want to bring you up here. I was like, I shot that in February. And I went up to Manchester United, to the football club in November. So my thing is always about quality, bro, because people are going to watch these back in years to come. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't want people watching it back and just be not really getting nothing from any time you're talking. Do you know what I mean? There's only... Like, big up Dan, because Dan's probably the only guy I can sit down and really just chat shit with for like 2 hours. Do you get what I'm saying? because it's just comfortable. But other than that, you can't do that every single week.
Word.
Do you get what I'm saying? Chucky doesn't. No one really does that every single week. You guys don't. Like, we have a little bant up, we have a little serious talk. We mix it up.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
you have to.
Do you think, Donny? Do you think that? Sorry, go on.
No. Do you find it like mental health situation here? Do you find it easy to talk to family members or
your boys
or friends or strangers, or whatever? How do you find it?
Strangers.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Strangers, because I just feel no judgment from them. See, when it's someone that actually not like one thing. You see me, I was going through mental health for time, and for a very long time, I just used to get the thing from not even family members, from a bird I was seeing, and it would always be like, oh, ain't you done with that yet? Because this is like going on for 2 years. No, 100%. That's the vibe she used to give me. Oh, that again, and da-da-da-da-da. And certain times, I'll be honest, bro, I'm a grown man. I'm from the streets, bro. I'm a real nigga. So certain times, one time I was even just crying over my dead homies. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And these are the sort of things that was going through my mind. And I just felt like with people that was close to me, it was like they was thinking, oh, do you get what I'm saying?
Your own friends, basically.
Yeah, bro. They was thinking, because they don't see me like that. They see me as an energetic, like boom, 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 boom. And certain times, the world I'm coming from, if I'm in charge of people in that world, when I'm coming out of that world and I need a bit of help, respectfully, they couldn't help me because they was looking to me for help. So I certain times where I can't even disrespect them because I wasn't telling them as much as I'll tell a stranger. Do you get what I'm saying?
What about you, Hebz?
So I think it's different. So I think for men, and I could be wrong, but I feel like for men, you guys don't speak to your boys because they expect you to just man up and just get over it. You get like a duration of time, then you just keep it stepping. I think to an extent it's important to not marinate in negativity for too long, correct? But you should be able to not downplay someone's pain or someone's stress. But for me personally, I don't like burdening people. So I'm everyone's go-to person, that I'd rather not burden you and my weight. So that's why I think people tend to go to therapy when they finally realize therapy works. It's because you are talking to a stranger, you're just paying for it. But that person will always never judge you and you'll always feel safe. So for me, I've been to therapy more than I've spoken to someone like who's close to me, not because they can't support me, because I think my family, my loved ones will always want to support me, but I don't want to burden you. There's nothing you can do about it. So that's how I see it. I'm like, I'm going to give you all this weight and you're going to be like, yes, I don't know what to do with that. So what's the point of me talking to you? So that's how I see it. But I'm always an open door for everyone else. Like, come chat to me, call me if you need help.
But wouldn't your family be like, why didn't you come talk to me in the first place?
Because I feel like sometimes our parents or our family can only help us to a certain extent.
100%.
Because our parents are only schooled and educated within their own lane, whatever they've been exposed to. So they don't understand the stresses that we go through in our generation. Because they've been almost living in a bubble, and our bubble's been burst with more realities than their realities.
Yeah,
100.
So I can't come to my mum with a dilemma. She'll either underplay it because she doesn't know how to deal with it, or be dismissive and just say get over it. Because they don't understand, to an extent, mental health is a taboo, and it took her mum a very, very long time to understand mental health is real. And actually she suffers with, like, you know, she's gone through depression and stuff, but she's not been able to put a title on it. It's just been days where she's just sat at home like and she wants to sleep.
He was just in that era of, as I said, drink alcohol and get over it. Do you get what I'm saying? This was all 30, 40 years ago, and there weren't all these therapists about.
Yeah, that's the era my dad come from, and I lost my dad at 12.
God bless, bro. God bless.
Oh, wow.
And his brother as well passed away not long ago. It's my uncle, because of alcohol. His other brother nearly died. He's still trying to, and then his other brother has been like sober for 8 years.
But then they'll never say it's mental health. They'll just say, "Oh no, they're just a heavy drinker." But why are you drinking heavily?
My dad, I think, got to a point where obviously when I was, because I'm 27, so when I was.
He likes to remind us he's a young thing, yeah?
7.
So just to remind you, I'm the youngest one here.
I'm not, girls. I'm older than this boy.
7, like when I was 8, 9, I remember. Because that was up to 10 years old, my dad was in my life. For the last year or two, I was mad angry for years because I used to think that he didn't want to see me. But my mum told me it was because he was so ill, like with alcohol, he didn't want us to see him like that.
It's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah.
You see, as a dad, you think, I know how my kids look at me.
Yeah.
So you see me, even now, I go to my kids with the most energy. And you see, if I can't, sometimes I have to tell my baby mum, please, like the mother of my children, she hates it when I call her that.
Damn right.
Mother of sometimes I've told the mother of my children, like, give me you know what I mean? Because I don't, it's not that I don't want my son. I do want him. I want to get him. But the way I feel right now, I don't want him to see me.
But it's good that you're able to identify that and you know your limits. Whereas some men will cut children out their life, their wives out their life, and they're dying inside, and they refuse to speak. So they'd rather just drink themselves to death or commit suicide. I don't know.
And can I stop you even there? Because I want to say this is a message to a lot of women who, because not every man, and you just put it on, you just hit the nail on the head. Not every man who doesn't see his children, is not seeing his children because he's a bad person or this, that, and the other. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So there's some people who just can't. No, I really genuinely can't, because I love that person and I don't want them to see me in this state.
I get
so
it, you're protecting, but you're protecting. But sorry, I feel like you can't just keep protecting, because all you're doing is creating hurt. So by you stopping yourself from seeing your children because you're trying to protect them from your energy or your wife, but they're in their head, they're like, dad doesn't love me, dad doesn't care about me. You were vexed at your dad, not understanding.
But do you think as well?
Mental,
do you think as well though? Like, see, like now with social media, because obviously when I was younger there wasn't like Instagram and all of that. So with social media, though, at the same time there are obviously some men who don't put the effort in with their kids. But do you think if that gets highlighted in social media, that then puts men in general under a bad light? Like, men of this, men of that.
What side?
Say
that.
Like when we took our break, obviously we was looking at a lot of content and stuff. The thing that come up for us was just constantly men get brushed for this, men get brushed for that, men are trash and all of this. But is it like, it's not all men and it's not all dads?
So a quick statement: women are trash too.
Like,
like, I'll say that, not all women, not all men, but I feel like there's certain behaviours that men have been doing that hasn't made it any easier for them. But I feel like also men aren't, I think the generation's changing, but there are a lot of men who aren't actually talking about their problems and they're acting out instead. So it's like, why are you acting out instead? Why are you not just but I think it's because there's no safe space for some men to talk. So not everyone's got their boy to fall back on and be able to have that real talk, because like a boy, like you can address something to your boy and they'll be very dismissive, but it's because you also address it in a very dismissive way. Yeah, I just had a rough day today. You're not speaking about the rough day. Like the rough day could be deep. And you just brushed it off and everyone's very nonchalant. But
I remember, and this is why it was brought home in 2020, because everyone had to go home and spend time by themselves with the one person that they've been running away from for time. That's how it was for me personally. I was running away from myself, just meeting birds, going to bars, doing this, going to a podcast, meeting with the guys. So when all that was stopped, everyone had to go home and deal with themselves. And that's the one person that they can't deal with. Do you get what I'm saying? I find it hard I find it easy to deal with a lot of people, but I find it hard to deal with myself. And just sit in a room and everything that you've been running away from has just come back to you. I think that 2020 just highlighted it for everyone. And 2020 is kind of when I got more acceptance from other people and people understanding it and this, that, and the other.
But do you know why though? Because you started keeping it real. You started just being very open and honest. And I think the last 2 years, maybe even longer, more and more men are becoming mentors for one another. More and more men are starting to have these open, honest, like Chizzo is having his own podcast.
I want to set something up so we can actually have them discussions as men.
But they are being had more and more. We can never have enough of them, so you can continue those conversations. But it's just beautiful to see men just being straight with each other.
I don't feel like it's done enough though. Like in our cultural environment, you might see it on like a Peter Crouch or like with Prince William and all that. They're all talking about mental health, but like big guys like you, let's say Lippy and all these people, you say Dan, like.
But you know what?
But it's starting to happen.
We come from a front as well. Yeah. We front like we're gangster.
Yeah.
We front like we're bad. We come from a front.
But y'all want to be hugged too.
Bro, we come from a front as well, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man just want to hug certain times, like, but man can't say that. Because if man tell the man them, like, if man tell the man them, yo, bro, you know what it is, bro? Like, just come walk onto the block and say, man, I just want to hug, bro. But man is not rolling out with you. What, Huggy? Man ain't going with Huggy. You get me? So it's like, it's just like,
But the problem is people will end up killing themselves. So that's how many suicides have we seen this year alone? Or like
I actually know someone who committed suicide.
So do I. I know about 3 people. And you know what it is, bro?
And they're usually the happiest person.
Yeah. And I'm one of them. And people will be like, Chicky, you're that. But one thing I would say, I'm scared shitless of killing myself. And I love Earth. That's the 2 things that will keep me here. So because I love Earth, I will stay here broke. I will stay here with no gal. I will stay. No, catch me, my guy. Catch me, my guy. These people don't love Earth enough, bro. I love just life, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? I've been in a position where all I've got is my son and a tent. Do you understand the little things? So I've been down to the little things, and I thought, oh gosh, I can accept this level. What? Just a little bed and a little EastEnders and a plate of beans.
But do you know what?
I'm cool with the. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But that's also a reflection of your strength. So even when you think you're done, you're not done yet. Whereas some men, they look like they're okay and they're coasting on, like, you know, they're being the joker of the group, they're the life of the, like, of every situation. You're the life of the situation. But when they go home, they've got so many demons. They can't even begin to address it. So it's like, how can someone get to a point where they just think, do you know what, I'm actually done?
But that's why I told the youths,
that's a lot of.
See, with the youths, and I tell them all the time, watch what you do on these streets. Because everything I've done, enough people from the streets, they'll rate me and say this, that, and the other. But they don't know that everything I've done, I've got to carry now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why do you think you see enough man from your block, bro? Baddest man on the block. 10 years down the line, you see him. Fiend out. Cracking. And you think, he used to bun man on the street. He used to do this, he used to do that. You know what?
Running away from it.
So much on his mind now, bro. And everyone's gone off the streets now. So he's got to go home and think about it himself, and he can't deal with it.
Street PTSD.
Trust me, street PTSD is real, bro.
That's real.
Do you get what I'm saying? But we just think, oh, just give me a spliff. Let's go, come and go on. And this is why a lot of my friends I didn't talk to, because when I was trying to talk to them, I'll just come to my yard and have a drink, bruv. What are you dealing with?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's deeper than that, you nut job. I've been crying in the fucking ass, you mug. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you this, like, and especially a lot of our guys who are on the streets now, I'm not there. So I'm talking at a place that I'm not at no more. They're there. You can't be. It's a bit techie to talk about mental health and be on the streets. Do you get what I'm saying?
But the guys in the street need that conversation.
There was an interview with a musician or rapper. I can't remember who it was. I seen it on Instagram, and then they were talking about, like, they were asking questions. So they were saying, like, about mental health. And he's like, would you ever get counselling? Man just laughed.
Yeah. Because it's such a taboo. It's like, you got to just man up and just keep it stepping. And that's
I will. I tell you, 100% I will get counselling, but I'm not going to lie, she's going to have to be paying. Because no.
Not even I need a man.
No, I don't need a man to talk to.
Why you got to be good looking?
Because I want to communicate with you on a different level.
Well, this ain't a porno, bruv. Like,
no, this is it works for him.
That's what works for me.
Find yourself.
Yeah. I'll sit down with a man, but we're just gonna be like, do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like,
you say you want the girl to be a bit.
I don't know, man. Maybe I've just seen too much movies where people end up making love with their therapist.
Yeah, you watching Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. So it's just like, but I think women give me a different comfortability. Like, even with Hebz, we've had conversations on the phone, and it's just like, you feel no judgment from women, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? We're not sleeping together. We're not together. Some women.
Some women are underplayed.
Do you know what though? It's the same as, and it's very, very different. But you go to get a massage. Do you prefer a woman or man?
Woman all day.
It's not comparable.
And the thing is, a big woman. So with a massage, I need a big woman, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, this woman used to have thick fingers. She was a big woman. She was. I don't want to say fat. She was big. Like, I like big girls. She was a big girl, yeah. And like, the way her hand was going into me and the way she used to put me to sleep, bro. I used to love her. Like, God bless her. She's passed away now. Big woman, like she was like in her 50s and that. Yeah,
Donnie, do you think, obviously, with the mental health side of things, obviously from what you've seen and grown up with, that, and how, say, like, your friends, like, because I don't feel like still now, some of my friends now, I can't go and tell them nothing.
Nah,
I'll be real with you, I'm still at that point now.
I couldn't tell my friend. I feel like it's better to tell a stranger than my friends or family. That's how comfortable I see it anyway.
But if you stop for a second and you really deep it, the boys that you can't talk to, do you not think deep down inside that they're also in the same situation where they actually really got problems and they can't talk about it? Because I think if you strip it all down, let's keep it real. We all got shit. We all got shit popping. Everyone's got issues. Our families are all dysfunctional. We all got struggles with finances. Well, not struggle, but we're all trying to climb. We're all trying to better our lives, and we're faced with insecurities, and we're comparing our lives. Even if we don't want to, we're looking at next man's life, and we're like, I'm trying to be like you, Or why there's envy and jealousy. There's all these different factors. If we strip it down, we're all the same. Why are we not talking about it? Why are we stunting in front of each other?
It's hard though because
I say we as in you man them.
Yeah. It's hard though because when you're dealing with your stuff, as bad as it sounds, you're focusing on yourself. So you're not trying to worry about everyone else because you're like, for once, I need to take care of me.
Yeah. 100%.
And maybe that other person has the same mentality.
But that's why you don't need to drag people in because everyone is going to come when they're ready. But you need to set up something. We need to set up something where men can just openly walk in and go there, bro. And it's a safe haven. And you don't feel funny because, like, you're not going to feel funny. Right, Tricky's in there. Well, obviously, he's there for the same thing as you, mate. So it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. That's why I talk, bro. Because I know that I've had people follow me, hundreds of men on the streets, bro, on my block, follow me for the wrong reasons. You get what I'm saying? So, and a lot of us, we change, but we get scared to say that in case they think I'm not real anymore. You're not a real one. And da-da-da-da-da. Well, I just sit with, I know what I've done. So you see on this side, bro, like I'm trying to show you, man, because you see, even in it, because we always talk about, when you talk about mental health, you think about everyone that's outside, innit? You don't think of one man in prison.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't think of one man in prison. Even now when we was talking about it, you was thinking of everyone that was on road. We don't even think of these men that are coming out of prison, bro, moving like they're happy. Like, you get what I'm saying? You got that. You can't do 10 years and be mentally straight.
You know what it is? With the prison thing, a lot of people come out and then all of their friends there to greet them. So from when they come out, they have to show face, be happy. I'm out, like, oh, I'm so. Then go back, they see all their family. It's a lot for someone if they come.
But bro,
if they come
I've seen when that roller coaster ride just stops in 2 months. Brethren pick you up, boom, boom, boom. Give you this, give you that, give you a little money, buy you a couple of tracksuits from JD Sports. You go home to your mum, boom. You get me? Reality. Where are you, bro? Oh gosh, I'm with my baby mums because these times you've been away for 5-6 years. This man's got 2 kids. That man's got married. That man's doing
life
that.
Went on.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So what? You're not coming out on the block where we used to hang? No, my man ain't been there in years, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like
the block no longer stands.
It's no longer there. Do you get what I'm saying? And people are moving on. And I think social media, doesn't help no one.
No.
Social media is the worst.
Trust me, it's the worst, bro. It's like, man. You see toxic. Me, she will tell you because she clocks a lot of the time. A lot of people don't even clock. They'll see me just posting. Even through 2020, I was just posting my feet. And I tell people why I was just posting my feet when I was walking and listening to my music. You see when I was doing that? Because I couldn't show my face. Because anyone who knew my face will read my 100%. Face and say, he ain't in a good place. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'll just post them. With social media, they're just kind of dumbed down, innit? So, what tune's that? They don't even care about why you're actually not there. And with me, wasn't
there a thing now?
I think we're seeing too much.
People who are fixated on social media and icons and stuff, they said that IQs are hella low, and it's true because you're so focused on social media as like your Bible that you're so easily influenced. So you'll jump on any wave and it doesn't make sense.
I think
those people are feeling some next pressures to fit into that wave, and then you have that cycle of trying to keep up with appearance when inside you're not even prepared for that.
Crate challenge
the crate challenge. How many people rock their backs?
Man are jumping on crates, falling off, busting their elbows.
Did you not see the shooting that took place in America while someone was doing the crate challenge?
No way.
Like, swear down, someone got shot.
No way.
Because there was a drive-by midway, and I'm like, like, people are really putting themselves in danger and baiting themselves out for this.
Do you know what? Though this is the other thing as well. Like, a lot of people moved away from mainstream media news, if you want to say it, because they say this is this. But I feel now like Instagram is becoming the same. Like, bro, at the end of the day, people are posting stuff with no context. For example, they will assume someone's done something and just not think about it. Like, for example, do you remember the woman? It was over Christmas that her kids died in the house.
And it turned out someone.
It turned out she didn't leave them there on their own.
She
left them with someone, and there was an accident with the tree got caught on fire. So,
when everyone was saying, "What's wrong with this mum? What's
wrong
with this mum?"
She didn't leave the kids with no one, bro. She left them with someone.
People are fast to just jump on any sort of headline.
Everyone's
saying that she left them in the car or something.
No, they left them in the house.
It's in Sutton. Two sets of twins got killed and they died from a fire. And
God bless, man.
But then the first thing everyone read was, she left them by themselves. And I thought, my son's 7. Hell to the no, am I leaving my child? Like, this ain't like 2000 and whatever, where it's calm to leave your kids out.
She's lost her kids. She's getting all this abuse, saying you're a bad mum, you're this, you're that. you've left them on your own. She's probably sitting there thinking, hang on, I didn't leave them on their own.
I'm not going to lie, bro. You see me? One thing I've noticed by being a better guy, because I used to be one of the worst. So you see, by being a bit of a better guy, you noticed how the average person is just effed.
Yeah.
The average person is just don't care. It was cooler for me to be a C, the C word. Do you get what I'm saying? It was cooler for me to be like that, because then you know what I'm saying? It's like people just understand it and get it. You see, when you're being nice, bro, you understand and clock how many people, the average person I'm talking about the average, just a man just walking on the street, could be a shopkeeper. The average person, doesn't care. The average person's in his own world. The average person is, in the last year, 2021, showed me how selfish everyone was. No, bro, I promise you, I'm here now.
All right.
But a lot of people ain't gonna see me on their platforms and this, that, and the other this year, because I noticed how selfish people are.
I saw your story.
And it's because I went into that mode of, I'm not gonna be selfish. I'm just gonna be nice. I'm gonna share the love. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I noticed how everyone was, and I thought, oh gosh.
Yeah, pay attention to that.
Yeah, we're living in a world of and it's all to do with the mental side of things. So we're not going off. Like, people, everyone's finding themselves, bro, and no one just wants to admit it. Everyone thinks they're the finished article, and no one wants to say, see me, bro, I'm happy on the journey. Because I know this is not the finished article, bro. But right now, even before, when it wasn't all right, trust me, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, bro. The one thing I just needed to be was, and I didn't think it was comfortable. That's why I'm talking so much about us getting together and talking together. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I know how I feel when I talk to another man and he's straight, just like me, but he's saying, oh gosh, I needed 2 months off, Because I feel I'm strange sometimes. I feel I'm strange, and I've got to explain because I'm not a guy that explains to Instagram. When people do a big post, sorry, I've got to leave Instagram because my head and my heart is not. I just go, bro.
we had. It's not
dramatically.
I ain't got to explain to you. People do a big speech.
We had.
Like,
it's like you say it. Like we just sat there and we was like, we're not posting nothing for 2 months.
Yeah,
I had people messaging me like, "Oh, you need to do it because if you don't, this is gonna fall off and all this."
Bro, don't believe that.
Phone just say, "Oh,
leave.
You're right, everything cool." Like,
no one's quick to do that.
I'm okay. Ask me if I'm okay.
I think that's the biggest problem.
Enough people hit me up and didn't even care
if you was alright.
If I was alright,
Tricky.
You're the goat of this. You're doing.
Ask me, how's your day been?
Like, do you get what I'm saying? I think I'm an empath, bro. So I'm thinking about, and this is why I don't go on too much about it and say like. Say I'm depressed or did it, because I know, bro, there's someone, even watching this right now, there's someone out there that's probably close to that bridge.
Yeah.
And I'm very far from the bridge. Do you get what I'm saying? So that I always say to people, like, how close are you to the bridge? Because if you're very far, then I can help you, bro, because you might be closer to the bridge. So I can give you my love and my strength.
Your energy.
You get me? And my energy.
Yeah.
No, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, whoever's got, like, there's people that are closer to the. That's why I don't like when people come out on Instagram and it's like 1 minute they're saying, you know what, I'm depressed, and the next minute living the life, and it's like, nah, man, come on, man, you can't do this, like, because.
But do you know what? So where's the balance? So some people can pretend they're so happy, and all you're seeing, because anyone that's too happy on Insta, they're stunting, because you're not showing a real side to you. So where's the balance?
I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there. Because I'm happy on Insta. But you see, when I'm away from my 2 months, my 3 months, my 4 months, I'm not happy. I just don't bring that to Insta.
But Tricky, you're also showing, I get it. I'm like you, I don't marinate my negativity onto other people. Yeah. I get that. But what I'm trying to say is, but people also know that you're a realist and you'll chat when you need to chat. Yeah. Some people just go on like their life is hunky-dory all the time. And I look at them and the first thing I see is, you're not happy. Yeah. I can see straight through the bullshit, and I'm like, you're not happy.
Nah, I'm totally happy, boy. Look at my eyes, boy. I'll show you my eyes. I'm totally happy, because you see, when I'm not, I'm just not here, bro. I think the Instagram, I keep telling people, when people come and hit me up and say, Tricky, 2 weeks ago, a guy wanted to kill himself, bro. And he put it out there, and I goes, bro, like, no, it wasn't that. It wasn't deep. God bless him as well. Like, and even for him to write a message just before he went and done what he's going to do, and he actually went and done it, I thought, that's the people I've got to be here for. That's the people I've got to, we've got to open the doors for and say, hit man up, bro. Like, I spoke to people in my DMs over some rubbish. So for a man to hit me up and say, bro, I'm suffering with mental health, Tricky, I just want to speak to someone. I want to speak to you, my guy. Come.
How do you feel when someone says that?
I feel great. I feel powerful, bro. Yeah. It's a different sort of power. feeling that you've helped someone from not killing themselves. Do you know how powerful you feel, bro?
Do
you understand what I'm saying?
It's a blessing.
If I hit you up in the morning and say, bro, you know, you helped me yesterday, you know?
I feel blessed that I actually did that.
Do you understand what? You don't matter who I am.
But you know, it's a superpower you have when you have the ability for people to gravitate towards you. And like my DMs, when my son was born prematurely, people would approach me. When I was going through my divorce, people would approach me. I don't put it out there, but people have an idea. Like people come to me and go, Hebz, how do you do this? How do you do that? Or like, I admire what you're doing or your strength. And it's just like, to me, if you notice your superpower is to be able to communicate and connect with people, take advantage of it.
100%.
And that's an incredible place to be in. So like salute to you for doing
100%, man.
And to anyone else who has the ability to have people to gravitate towards them for just good energy. And I think that's incredible.
You both have kids, yeah. So with your kids, for example, do you feel like you raise them as maybe a different way to how you was raised, to show that you're 100%. Open towards them because you want your kids to be able to grow up?
Let me tell you something, bro. About 2 years ago, what I mean? Like, and I've done it all my life. So it's only 2 years ago I kind of stopped it. I've done it all my life. My son was crying about something. I went to him, you know what? Hey,
stop crying.
Stop. And I stopped myself because I've told him all his life. Don't cry. You're a man. Get up off the floor. Even from 4 years old, 5 years old. Stop that. Go into any home and you see a boy drop. Yeah, his dad will automatically say to him, "Oh, come on, he's all right." When it's the girl, "Oh, come here, baby." And I kept saying that, but I stopped myself from saying that to my son because I thought, "No, I want you to, bro." Because the first time I cried, it was like at a funeral, my guys died. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And I didn't understand it. And then the crying will turn to anger, and then the anger turns to a shooting, and the shooting turns to a madness. Do you get what I'm saying? People, this is why a lot of these so-called gangsters out there, I understand them. You're not bad. Like, you're finding yourself, bro. I know bad boys. Do you get what I'm saying? That even now they're not dealing with mental health. Because they're bad. They've accepted they're bad from time, bro. I'm not even... You understand what I'm saying? That I don't care about
So to conclude, what he's saying is he's changed the narrative with his son.
I've changed the narrative with my son, and I think I'm saying that so people can even allow your son to cry if he needs to cry. Because I know we're on this, like, masculine... Be strong and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, bro, I'm masculine when I need to be, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm a bit soft when I need to be. And I don't put that pressure on myself as we do, especially as black men as well. Put a pressure on ourselves to be masculine, be the toughest, be this. But no, bro, because whatever color we are, we're going through it, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is why I've had white man in my DMs, I've had Asian man in my DMs, I've had black man in my DMs, bro. All going through the same thing.
Do you know what I mean? I think mental health for women and men doesn't have a colour or where you're from. No,
we have different problems. So different cultures will have different problems and different pressures. So maybe like, and I could be wrong and ignorant, but like maybe a white household from a particular class, they can talk about mental well-being and they've educated enough a generation to talk about certain things. Whereas in certain cultures, in the North African culture, the Middle Eastern culture, the black culture, like different parts of it, like whether you're African, Caribbean, there's still taboos around mental well-being 100%. And issues. So it's very difficult to change a narrative. So just to answer your question, what you asked, Tricky, for me personally, like the whole growing up British podcast thing is I go through the journey of your childhood to how you were raised with your culture, your faith, and how it's evolved you into an adult and now as a parent. And to me, what I've made sure is I change a narrative with my child. So my parents, we never spoke about problems. We never got sorries. We never got a lot of like affection. None of that. We just grew up to, discipline. I thought I'd beat up my child. I thought by default my child's gonna get licks, so he could talk about it with his friends in the playground and compare beatings. And I thought, nah. When I saw my child, and I thought we can talk. We can change this, and I allow him to talk. I will say sorry if I'm wrong, 100%. And people are like, "Right, you apologize." I'm like, "Yeah, but why not? Why am I gonna make my child feel like he's scared of me or he's never right or whatever?" Sometimes I lose my shit. Sometimes I'm not right, and I need to be able to give him that platform to be able to speak. But to me, you have to. We're in a very privileged situation to reflect on our childhoods. And we're thinking outside the box. Our parents inherited cultural issues without thinking about it. They just took it on and then just recycled the same crap that didn't make sense. So the beatings, the this, the that, the don't cry, man up, when actually, like, we're now in a position, whether it's technology or the fact that we're different, like, cultures of different generations moving around the world, but we're able to step back and go, all right, cool. Like, I love my culture, but this don't make no sense. Like, I don't see how this is going to affect my child's well-being.
Who's actually Asian. In an Asian, I've been around a lot of my area is very multicultural. So we go in Asian houses from young. We go in Somalian houses.
And you see the difference.
You see the difference. That he's like, bro, do you think I can talk to my dad and tell my dad I've got mental health, bro? Do you get what I'm saying? My dad's. There's certain man who ain't even playing that talk.
But the good news is that your friend can identify that and go, do you know, hopefully he'll switch that up when it comes to him raising his kids.
Him raising his kids.
That's it.
Yeah,
Whereas
100%.
there's been years and years of just inherited crap, and it's just like none of this is making sense. People are killing themselves. People are drinking themselves to death. Do you know what I mean? There's so many different things that people are doing.
Why do you think, man? Yeah, sorry to cut you, bro, but why do you think a lot of man? Yeah, who's the first person we actually open up to? A woman. Let me just cut it before everyone starts thinking. A woman. The first person that knew about anything to do that I'm thinking about anything other than the streets was a woman. And you know when it happens? Pillow talk. Some man pillow talk about stupidness. I pillow talk about some real shit. Some woman must think, you know what, just get inside me, like, and you're just chatting about your mental health. No, bro. Because, bro, a certain time.
I was about to say that, you know.
Yeah.
Some you can open up to.
Some you can. No, some you can. I know some of them are thinking,
I'm
like,
boring, hurry up.
but I clock them straight away, and I think, you know what, in the morning, man. I'm gone. Because I know you're not here for that. And sometimes I'm sitting there and I can see it in your eyes that she's thinking,
I think you're hoping for too much right now.
What you say, Don? Is that pillow talk for you?
Hello?
Is that where you...
The reception's kind of weak right now. What?
Go and speak.
No.
man.
I mean,
Have you had that deep pillow talk?
I've had it.
But it's with a selective few. You can't just open up
not
to
any woman has to be selective.
Some man,
But you can read their energy.
Oi,
No,
some man that are lonely.
You're gonna making it look like I go into the club, pull out a gal and
No.
giving a mental health chat in the car park. You know?
No.
Basically, his one night stands come with therapy.
No.
Oi, some man are going.
It's
Some
alright,
man I know are gone. Or in general, you see it in like movies and all this sort of. Man are going brothel and trying to do pillow talk. And after, the woman gets up and I'm just like,
Let him speak now.
No. It's
Go
my
on.
my friend in it. She's cool. Like I talk to her and I can tell her anything.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable
That's
with her.
good.
And yeah.
How long has it taken you to be able to open up to her?
But she knows me so well. Like she see it in my face, everything.
She can read you well.
Yes,
that's good.
But when you
When
say
I'm
it, bro,
with-
some man go brothel. Remember, there's some people out there that will pay a woman just to come and sit and talk with them.
yeah.
Is that not
that's
therapy now? Can
No,
you not
it
just
is,
pay a
it is,
therapist?
It's therapy.
But
It's
obviously-
expensive
You want us
therapy.
as well?
As you said before, people don't like to put a name to it.
Yeah.
So you want to
get what
get
I'm
booty and
Boy,
conversation at the same time?
some man want that, you know.
Buy one, get one free.
Not saying I'm saying I want that,
get
but
one.
I'm not saying I want it, but some man will
No, but I'm not
rather
gonna lie.
go to a brothel and they can talk to women.
Yeah,
The woman
yeah.
will listen. And then,
You're talking you're talking to a woman who's got no soul. She's empty. She's looking at you going,
Right, you say that.
Alright,
You say
say
that. But there was a documentary about one woman. Like I
One
said, this is
woman.
one woman.
One
yeah?
woman.
Alright,
Have you seen them?
She's a sex worker. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, you can watch this on YouTube. It was nut. But she obviously lies. She has
the
to
pun.
provide for her child. She's a single mum. She goes there. She tells her son that she's working in an office. Blah blah blah. Comes back, but gives everything to her son. Pays for everything. Takes him out on days. And she only works. She obviously works set hours. It's different because he's in Amsterdam, innit? So it's like different there. But like, say someone like that who has a child, provides everything for them. I think it depends on the person you're talking to.
Yeah,
'cause
no.
some of
So,
them
so
will-
obviously we're generalizing.
Yeah.
There are women with souls who do what they're
Yeah.
doing, but I'm just saying there are a lot of empty women who, in order for them to function,
I-
they need to disconnect mentally.
I'll be
like,
real with you.
for you to be
Yeah.
used as a sex object continuously.
I had
let's put that
counselling.
disclaimer out
Even
there.
if you're the
Because
freakiest
he said
freak,
it, you
like,
know, men, pick this woman right. So don't just go out tonight and just grab a gal and just start pouring your heart out. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It
yeah.
needs to be, she doesn't even have to be in that world herself. She could be happy as hell. But do you get what I'm saying? But women, I feel, are the greatest listeners, and they give the greatest advice.
But
Like,
I feel,
you
but
know
I
what I'm saying?
feel.
I think that's true.
No, they're the greatest
yes and
listeners,
no,
man.
because
Greatest.
I've seen women who have this thing like where they just expect the guy to constantly be solid, and a guy puts a pressure on themselves to constantly be that solid person for them.
Yeah,
But the
true,
reality
yeah.
in life, it doesn't pan out that way,
Yeah.
because you will have a shit day and you want to come home to your missus and be able to offload however that
Yeah.
looks like. Do you know what I mean? And some women are just like, man, just get over it.
I've sat
But
in my
that's
car
also
before.
inherited
I've sat
stuff.
in my car outside the house for an hour because I didn't want to go
There
in.
we go. And
let
a
my
lot of
woman
us do that.
As you said, she can see it in my face. So I know, no matter if I come with a frat, yo, babes, what's wrong? She can tell.
But
So I'll sit in my car for an hour and just,
Is she supportive with it?
No, she wasn't. No.
Oh, the same woman that you're referring to.
This is why people, I'm not going to lie to you. The happiest I've been is probably the last 2 years, and I've been single.
Words.
Do you get what I'm saying? The happiest I've been is the last 2 years, and I've been single, and I'm cool with it.
So how long would you miss be misses for?
Oh, my ex, I was with my ex for like 6-7 years. I'm mother of my children before that. I mean, the one before that, I think I was with her for like 9 months, and then before that, I was with her for like 10-12 years.
Do the 9 months count?
Did the 9 months count?
Because you man them like to
I told you I was in a relationship for 3 weeks. So
yeah, you're wild.
My 9 months count. Like my 9 months. That's like 9 years, bro.
I'm just putting it out there.
But even saying that, there's not every woman that can say he's had a conversation with me about this or this, that, and the other. Because a lot of times, you see with us men, we'll clock the sort of woman you are, and we'll give you what we think
that's
you are.
important to read.
So if you're a party girl, we'll just go party with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you're not gonna get my deep side. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're an Insta girl and we just not, you're gonna get the Insta side. But you see, if you're that homecoming queen, do you get what I'm saying? We're gonna sit on that pillow and we're gonna talk. You get what I'm saying? We might even talk after, even after sex. We might talk. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, where I might just, because you see, as men, once we feel comfortable, we'll let it out, bro. Yeah. We will let it out. We're just not comfortable enough. Remember, around 20 man on the block, that's not comfortable. It's not comfortable here, where you got wild killer 187 right there, like, and you understand what I'm saying? And Mad Terry right there. They're not playing that. No, they want to talk, but they're not ready for that talk.
You know why you're right? Yeah.
No, none of these talks I had on the block.
No.
Catch it now while I'm saying it. No one has these talks on the block. There'll be man from Brixton, Hackney, Tottenham, Ladbroke Road, wherever. They're not having these conversations when they meet on the block and smoke weed. They're not having these conversations. They'll look at me like,
the most they'll say that my missus is jarring me still. You know?
The most.
That's it. Don't say that.
But my counsellor, when I had counselling, I had two. So I had two. Like the second one, I can't go into mad details about, but I'll tell you afterwards. But
yeah, come on, bro.
Like basically, all expenses were covered. So I had private counselling. That was good.
Do you sleep with her or something?
Huh?
You slept with her?
No.
He doesn't want to disclose the reason.
No, I'll tell you. No, the reason I say all expenses covered.
No, when you say all expenses covered, I thought right now he's telling us part of it.
It's the happy ending of a massage.
Tell you who paid for it, but I'll tell you.
No, but go on. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah, I'll tell you who paid for it off camera. So, and the first one I had was on the NHS. The NHS one, they gave me his brother. Anyway, I've gone there. So before we started, man's gone. Yeah. My name's this. My name's Nigel. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. Yeah.
Putting my guys
get
out.
Comfortable. By the way, if I drop off in between, I've got sleep apnea. So wait. So man's so like, imagine it's like a whiteboard, yeah. So he's going, we're just gonna brainstorm some ideas about how we can touch this and it. I was like, yeah, cool. So man started, and he's just gone. And he'd do that for an hour.
No
the sleep
way.
apnea, they just fall in and out of
That's
sleep.
cute,
No
though.
way.
It's a real thing.
So man's
it's a real
talking to him.
illness.
They're real for real.
It's a real
I'm
medical
pouring my
issue.
heart out, yeah.
People
And
can
man's
die in
just
their
gone.
sleep because of the apnea.
And then woke up again, and I'm like, nah. Like for me, the way where my head was at that point, I was ready to do a madness.
Yeah.
So I was
It
like, I
went
need
for
to
you.
talk to someone
Yeah.
who is
Yeah.
not falling asleep.
Yeah.
I think there's different criteria for every person. So I know, like when I did marriage counselling, I always prayed, and I had to go through like a waiting list because I had no peace with that. So then I prayed for a male counsellor because I knew if my ex-husband walks in and sees a woman, he'd be like, all right, there's 2 women in a room, I'm losing. So it's like everyone's got different criteria. So to you want someone who looks like they're listening. Some men want women to talk to. Some men need to see another man and another person of the same race to feel comfortable. So everyone's got different
Someone actually
requirements.
told me that you need a black therapist.
Yeah, but do you know why? But do you know why though? Here's a reality. Because when you talk to someone who's not of the same culture of you or isn't a minority, they can't understand or begin to fathom the shit you go through in your household.
I need a black woman. Then come on, find me now.
Whatever it is, but as in they won't understand when you say something. They'll be very dismissive. Like for example, they don't understand women will get honor killed for dating from a different tribe of the same race. Like they don't understand what they're like. Oh yeah, but you're allowed to date. You're like a good 25-year-old woman. Why you not? Just go ahead and kill yourself. Sure.
I was out yesterday with my missus and her family. Like my missus and her family are Irish, innit? So one of
the most understanding people in the land.
And
they sound so nice.
Yeah,
they are the
them
best.
in a Welsh accent.
They are the best.
Yeah, there was one of them there that was taught, like somebody come along, and with Irish people, they're just vibes. So they'll all link up. that person may not know that
They're
person.
Jamaicans, but they're white.
Yeah, literally.
Even the way they say tree.
Yeah.
All of them say tree.
And she was saying like there's this
That's
pub
so
that they go to, and it's a specific county. This pub, all the people in this pub are from a specific county, but there's 2 divides within that county, and they both go to that pub. So that they essentially there's the normal lot, and then the lot that kind of turn their nose up at everyone else.
Yeah.
And those people won't talk to them because they're from that part of the county.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruv, you man are from the
peasants.
same county, and they're quite tribal about that sort of thing with the counties, and like they're passionate about it. But I'm like, you lot are from the same county, but
But we have that postcode wars.
don't.
Like, it could be in the same ends and be on a
Postcode
different
wars,
estate,
bro.
and you're pissed.
Well,
Yeah,
the postcode war thing is nuts because at the end of the day, yeah, if the council say tomorrow to your mum,
Move.
you're moving
You're out.
to Bradford, you're going, bro.
What are you
like
vying
you've got
for?
no say in it,
Yeah,
and
what
now
you
you're
vying
repping
for?
them.
I'm not gonna lie. You see, in a couple of years when we kick out Boris and I start to run shit, yeah.
You know what you say? Run
I'm gonna run the country. You know what I'm
Prince
gonna
of the
do? I'm
city.
going to each block and I'm taking 10 man from Brixton,
Mixing.
flinging them in Peckham, taking 10 man from Peckham, flinging them in Hackney,
You do
taking
that,
10
yeah,
man
but you
from
do that
Hackney.
now.
Experiments,
I'm
experiments.
moving everyone out.
Everyone's life.
You get me? And I'm chucking everyone's mumsies out, and you're gonna make you mingle and be cool. If you want to kill each
Some
other, then kill each other.
networking or
But
some
your brethren won't be
hostile
there to help you,
environments.
so you just be having to
But the
function.
postcode wars back then
Survival.
was worse than now. How it is now.
100%.
Back
But you
then.
know why I don't believe in no postcode wars, bro?
Back
Me and my
then.
guy was talking about yesterday. You see when they go in prison, bro?
You gotta get on.
They're brethren.
Yeah, they're
No, they're
brethren.
brethren.
Yeah,
They're brethren.
yeah.
I've got brethren
But I'm
who
sure-
are
but
like
I'm sure
on
they
the
get
road.
messy in
No,
them,
we can't
though.
touch the. No, because
They need each other.
on road it's like everyone had ops last year, and they hardly died. Because when I see all these rappers say, "Oh, he's my ops," and you're all still here, so you obviously don't see each other. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can get on with your life and just crack on. In jail, he's at 16, 17, 18, and 19. Are we going to do this every day for the next 3 years?
Don't.
No. Let's just come to a reasoning. They do. They come to a reasoning quickly.
Do you feel like now, because of like the position like you've got to, or like how grown you've got now, are you able to kind of, from what you used to do and what you used to be on, the people that you necessarily didn't get on with, can you see, if you see those people now, is it cool, or is it difficult to still get past that?
See, he's smiling because he knows it.
I'm sure because
No, that's a tough question, because I think you see, with me personally, some of them know. Yeah, and I'm going to be totally honest, but because I never
Too
like to
much
say this,
past.
because people say, "Raw, can't you? Ain't that man grown enough to do that?" No. For some people, no, because some people have died.
Too much history.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's too much history. But there's some people that were on the outskirts of it that would have been involved before that I don't involve. Do you get me? And there's some people that was even their names was involved, but I know they didn't have such a heavy part to play.
Yeah.
That me and them were not cool, but we can. Like I say, what we do, we even do it now. We've been on Instagram for like 3, 4, 5 years, all of us, and we've never called out my enemies and me would never call each other out. People won't even. Some people obviously who know the story will know who they are, but others won't, and I won't. I'll just stay away from them.
See the people that you know you can never really talk to.
I'll stay away from them.
But do you think you'll get to a level of growth where you're just like, do you know what? Like, we've all done things that we're not proud of. Let's just call it a day and just be.
But I think we all have. But you know what we do? We. On both sides, and I'm going to say this, we respectfully avoid each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where before you hear he's going to that club, you go there. Respectfully avoid each other now.
But if you see each other, it's not smoke.
I think no. It wouldn't automatically be smoke, but we will never be talking. So I'll stand there and
it depends though. Maybe you would be cool, but the person would be like, nah.
It all depends on the other person, because
Yeah,
even if
I'm
you're
on it.
peaceful,
You
if
could
they're
be
still
cool.
coming out looking for smoke,
and that's
they'll
what
look for smoke.
and that's a good answer. So go on. Yeah, that was a good answer.
You could be cool, everything, and then boom, you see up, he's like, oh, cool, man, calm. But he be on smoke.
Because I say to people now, I can control me. People, the average person can see Tricky's on a different path, but it's not always about you.
Nah.
It's about, as he said,
Do you still
it's about the other person.
Yeah, do you still face it where like you
Well, I
like,
think
you
about
can
it.
control it now. You can control it now, but so what you're saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not the old Tricky is still there, but you just know how to control it.
I think
100%. I'll save it for the people who need it, bro. You get me? And more time, my enemies don't need it. And I tell man, you're gonna think you need it for your enemies, but you're probably gonna need it for your friends.
Yeah.
Or your so-called friends. Do you get what I'm saying? Or family members, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's that deep. Because you're gonna you're gonna have these people close to you, my enemies. One thing my enemies have never done, and I'm gonna big them up. they've never changed. They've hated me from then. They probably hate me now.
Consistent.
They've been consistent. So what we want to do with that word consistent, my enemies have been mad consistent. My friends have been inconsistent. One day I'm your homie, next day I'm not. Next day I want to drama, next day I want to fight, next day I don't.
Conditional friendships.
It's like, but in answer to your question, I think these things can only be told when you actually meet. Do you know what I mean? But mentally, because just so we're still staying on the mental side of things, mentally they're gone.
Yeah.
In my head, but before mentally, I used to think about them every day. And let me give you one of my enemies.
That's time wasted.
This is what I'm telling the kids: chill out, because one of my enemies, who I'll tell you, is a real enemy, and people will see him and this, that, and the other. I've had my guys approach him and turn him over and this, that, and the other. Big facts. But I've seen him once in my life, face to face, in 20 years. I've seen him once. Do you get what I'm saying? We've seen each other once. We know of each other, but we've seen each other once. And people will say we've had the worst dramas in London. But I've seen this guy once, me personally. My guys may have seen him, and he's seen my guys, and you know what I'm saying? I've seen other guys more. But this one person, I've seen them once, and I thought, bro, but you was on my head every day, bro. I'm thinking that to myself. He was on my head every day.
I think that's such a shame.
And you hardly see each other.
I think a lot of guys hold a lot of weight. Like they spend a lot of time thinking of the enemy, like like very disgruntled and holding all these. Like, bro, just remove that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially if it's been years and years and years. Like, for what? Why is it consuming you?
Yeah.
But can I just touch on something that you guys said about how, like, you feel comfortable talking to women and you feel comfortable talking to women, but then not all man's gonna have the opportunity to have that pillow talk. So I think it's more important for men to be able to speak to men. And I think you want to change a narrative. You guys change a narrative, and it's just like, it's all good us going, all right, cool, you find it so, like, you prefer to have a woman counsellor or a therapist, but not everyone can afford therapy. Not everyone can have a counsellor. Not everyone believes in it, or they're not quite ready to take that change because they think, nah, that's long, man. Yeah. But you need to start changing it and finding it within your own boys, your own circle, because the realities are, like I said earlier, if you strip it all down, you have a lot in common. So where you feel like you can't talk to them, try it. Try and change a narrative, or start being mentors for younger boys. I've said this so many times. If you're in a position where people listen to you and you have the wisdom and the ways of your words, use that as an opportunity to make a change. Like when people sit on certain podcasts and just talk crud all day, I'm like, so what are you serving your people besides entertainment and you trying to get a sponsor? What are you doing to serve people who actually are watching this, probably going through mental health, probably going through financial stresses, probably feeling some kind of way, whatever? Like, use it. Like, you have so much platform, so many followers. Use it correctly. And I mentioned before, Chizzo, for example, he's now finally using his platform. Not finally, but he probably did it accidentally, probably not intentionally, and realized, right, people are listening to me. Let me start having more conversations in my setup. And his setup's in his garden, like in his back. Do you know what I mean? It's a very simple setup, but he knows sitting with certain man, having certain conversations, people will listen and it will marinate in a way that it's effective. So men need to start talking to men.
Like, probably once or twice through the year I can go on a podcast and just have nothing but banter all the way through. But like the year before, it was only one, like me and Dan and Chucky, and we just had bare banter. But other than that, it was just strict talk. And even when we went back and I went with Hebz, it's not banter and reckless talk. It's just like strict talk, because I know the people that I know the people that because I think anytime I talk, because I just love the women creatures. Like,
listen, I'm not gonna say nothing. I jab him in his throat, but allow it.
No, but I'm saying Hebz
loves a jab in the throat. You know,
no,
can I just put that?
They're the most beautiful creatures in the world. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
just a quick disclaimer: I don't actually jab people in the throat. I just think about jabbing people in the throat.
Okay, then.
Like, I always imagine like a quick, like, you won't even realize it. But I've never done it.
But you see, even as you were saying, like, I prefer to talk to a woman. But I know that men prefer to talk to, like, a man might prefer to talk to me.
But in your head, have you got a scenario playing out in your head whilst you're having the counselling?
I've watched Sopranos.
She's slowly undressing, and her skirt goes up a little bit.
Bro. Do you know what it is? Because, remember, you pouring your heart out to someone, I believe, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to a guy because some man just want that masculine energy, but I believe a woman can actually fall in love with getting to know you as a person. It happens, bro. So I'm thinking if I sit down for weeks
if you're sapiosexual, yeah, if someone's mental makes you attractive, like if you find that attractive within a person, the more I talk to you, the more I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
But not every person's stimulated that way. So certain women will just be like, oh, fuck's sake, just shush, man.
I gotta find a new therapist. Cause I just need to feel comfortable, and I know what makes me comfortable, and I know what makes me just talk.
Yeah.
Open. Like, do you get what I'm saying? There's two men here saying they've gone through the same thing as me. I'm talking open, bro. If someone's gonna sit there and front and be like, no, man, just need to buck up. Then I ain't got time for that, bro. It's like I see all this man, all this heavy energy. I'm saying, bro, you see me because I'm so comfortable. Because when it was time to be raw and bad and reckless, I was there, bro. But it's not that time now, bro. And because I know how I talk. Yeah, and I know that people follow me, bro. I know there's these young boys that are like, no, and they watch what they're doing from 17, thinking, I kind of rate Tricky, probably rate me for the wrong reasons, but when they hear me talking right, they don't move their ratings. They just keep it the same. No, oh God, no, good to see you on your journey and this, that, and the other, and they remember we're all lions from the jungle, you know. I could see you. I never met you before, bro, and just be like, I know you're from a different jungle than me. You get me? We can smell it on each other. So you see, when the kids come, and this is why when they come to me, people say, "Bro, why do they just get?" They can smell it on me, bro. They can smell I'm from their world, so it's automatic comfortability. Like, who was talking about it? You, and you were saying I'm sitting down with Nigel. You could smell Nigel's not your guy. Nigel doesn't smell like he's from my bits. Do you get what I'm saying? So what I say I say that to say this: whatever makes you feel comfortable to talk, find that, and talk.
But I think most importantly, talk.
Yeah. That's a good one to end on because I think we've got to finish soon. But
no, it's been brilliant, bro.
No, but for you to finish on as well. So I'm mad pointing at you. It's rude. It's rude. You're gonna probably jab me in the throat in a minute.
100%. No, I'm not. Never that.
But obviously, what would you finish it on? Because obviously, what following on from Tricky, like to do with mental health as well, and everything we've been talking about. Just a little summary from you, really.
For me, I think I can't stress it enough. I think people need to start creating safe spaces for people to speak. I think women have it by default. There are a lot of bitchiness. I mean, I gravitate towards men because growing up I was mandem. But I do have a set of women that are a reflection of me. Like, we found each other somehow. And we tend to start off with the whole, I don't get on with women. I'm like, you don't either. It's safe. We're going to be peoples. But it's because we don't have the same bitchy mindset. But again, everyone that's bitchy, everyone that's whatever, they have problems. So everyone's stunting and bitching about each other because they've got insecurities. So I stop and I'm able to take that in. So I think people need to just stop and go, do you know what? We're all in similar issues. They might not be identical, but let's just keep it real. But I think for me, women do have a safer norm to be able to offload, whether it's on social media, whether it's through a caption, whether it's through whatever, or having a set of friends. I think my concern is the fact that the high level of male suicides. Like, I'm pretty much the first person when it comes to women to speak up to and defend men, whether it's being the men who can't see their children, men who are struggling mentally, because I feel like there's so much that women throw out to men without realizing the damage it's causing. So just when a man's ready to talk and offload, you'll say something that'll take them 10 step backs. I think people need to be mindful of how powerful words are and not be dismissive. And I think you, man, all of you need to start creating.
I'm going to create a space this year, and it's not going to be so expensive as those counsellors. I went to a counsellor, they charged me 110 quid to talk.
But that's the thing. So I think create those spaces, and even if someone else is doing it, they'll be like, oh yeah, next man's doing it already. There's no, there can never be enough. Like, let's make it a norm. Let's not make shotting a norm and man on the block talking about this. Let's change it and let it be.
That's why I'm glad you lot spoke about
men
this.
Men look
today,
like dickheads who are sitting there.
Never speak about it enough, as she's saying.
But that's what I'm saying. No, but let these men who are, what you knew growing up as being a norm, like sitting on the block talking shit, chatting about galling, let's make them feel like they're the weird ones, so they can start actually going, do you know what, now for real, why are we talking like this for? Because then eventually they'll realize they want hugs too. And it's like, the one thing I will say very quickly, when people say, oh, man up, don't be like, women don't like men that cry, I don't think anyone likes anyone that's too emotional, whether it's a man or a woman. A woman that's too needy and clingy is annoying. A man that's too needy, clingy and emotional is annoying. It's just a preference to what you like. 100%. It doesn't make you weak if you want to cry and keep it real or you feel some kind of way. But when a woman says, he's a bit emotional for me, please be mindful that sometimes it's the same thing when it comes to a woman. Like, if I have a woman that's always constantly needy and get off me. Because it's attention seeking to an extent. There's layers to it. So what I'm trying to say is men can be vulnerable and it doesn't make you weak. And I think women need to just understand and deep it, because you don't understand. People would rather commit suicide than to speak. And this is a big, big problem.
And let me say, sorry, because I know we're gonna done. But even when you said about commit suicide and the talking, do you not notice what one thing people do when they commit suicide? What do, bro?
They explain. They
even leave a note, bro.
Yeah.
Because all they wanted to do was
to
talk.
speak.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, because I'm not being disrespectful to them, but it's like, if you're gonna kill yourself, go and kill yourself, bro. No, I still want to talk.
But do you know why, though?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sorry, can we just get 1 minute?
But we need you to end it.
Can I just I want to say one thing? Sorry, with the guy, that deep guy that killed himself.
Yeah,
the reason why he wrote what he wrote, it wasn't just to kind of put an attention-seeking vibe. You can tell it was a case of educating people of what's going on. Also explain to his family, who will forever hold guilt. I could have done something. He didn't feel comfortable enough to talk to me. Have I failed as a mother? Have I failed as a sister? Have I failed as a brother? Even to his best friend going, but we were chilling together. At any point you'd thought you'd rather kill yourself than to talk to me. Like, that's mind blowing. So for him to write that, he made sure he was very smart of how he articulated himself, because he felt like he had to make sure he clears everything. Like, from my mum who feels some kind of way, to people who are struggling, people who are this, like what? Let's open this narrative. Suicide has been going on for a hot minute, but we're now in a situation where we can start talking about it and stop it from happening. And it can only change when people stop being so blasé about people's problems and just going, man up, man. Because that's the worst thing we can do.
True. It's best to everyone to open up and just talk. It'd be easy.
But do you think it's that simple to talk?
It's not simple, but I mean, I rather you got to work on it. Just work on yourself and work on it. Work on to talk to people, and then once you accomplish that, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think once you worked on yourself, you'll be open to talk.
Yes, I'm open to talk to anyone. Anything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I think as well. It's just obviously everyone's situations are different. Everyone has different ways of dealing with mental health as well. So like something like what?
Bro, no homo. You got amazing eyes.
I love cheating.
No, bro, go on. See, bro, I'm just looking at his eyes. Fucking hell, mate. No, I'm comfortable with my manhood, bro.
No, that's cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
My guy trying to like lay down some serious conversation.
No, thank you. Thank you.
See me,
Pause
bro.
here, but like
if it
your
comes to my
eyes,
head, I'll say it, bro.
banging.
I could be in church and be like, bloody hell.
Yeah. No, it's
Do you know what I mean?
No, thank you.
God bless, bro.
But,
shout out to his parents.
I threw you right off.
You're like, is that all they're trying to say?
But no. So yeah, I'd just probably say everyone deals with it differently, innit? Like something that might work for someone else won't work for another person. You just have to find what works for you and work at that. And I think going forward, like you say, there needs to be maybe more spaces where men can open up. That don't cost 120 quid a session.
It's too much, man.
It's too much money for some people.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I'll be real with you. Without the help that I would have got from my second one, there's no way I could have paid for that myself.
Man from the hood is not going to a counsellor for £110 for an hour.
Nope.
They're going to get the loud pack. And go, come on, bro. You rather get a loud pack and say, and £120, you spend £20 on a little pack, bro, and £100 in your pocket, buy some new trainers, feel good.
But I just want to give a massive shout out to the men who are already creating these platforms from ethnic minorities who are actually, like you said, there's certain people that people can't identify with. And there's certain men right now who've been doing this, who've been invested for the last 5,
and big up you,
10
man,
years.
as well, man, for having these sort of conversations, bro. Like, big up, because a lot of people, and I'm saying big up from the bottom of my heart, a lot of people are scared to have these conversations. But when I say scared, they just want to be with the in crowd and talk about what the blog pages were talking about, and all of these things don't matter to me.
I'll be real with you.
So God bless you guys,
Thank
man.
you. To a certain point,
man.
I think Donnie will say it. I think at the start we did, but you know what? I'm just not. If that, like, someone put a comment actually that from that day, that was when we just started talking about shit that actually mattered. So like, someone just literally said, people that listen, people that when you put this content out, people that will stay, these are the kind of people you want to.
You want
100%.
Even if
because
it's
them other people.
bro.
Forget all the viral stuff, because that viral stuff's here today, gone tomorrow.
I can't stress enough here that people need to stop making or basing their podcast because somebody else's is doing well because they just talk about viral shit. Because I guarantee you, with all due respect to them, man, they're not going to sit there and talk serious.
My most viral moment was the moment I done an episode with my dad. Yeah. And no one in the country thought to go and sit down with one of their parents. Sit down with who can give you the biggest conversation? Who do you want to talk to the most? And that was my biggest viral moment. I was proud of that when it was just going around. Other than that, I don't want a viral moment for rubbish. Do you get me? So that's why I say, like, big up for you lot, because I know what it's taken me to start for the culture and go on and go on and go on and go on and go on, and people.
But it's also a sign of their
have helped
growth.
with that,
It's the fact that you guys feel that you want to have this conversation now. You want to be able
it's
to
big, man.
actually
It's big.
have substance and not just have conversation for the sake of having conversation. Because you now know that people are listening and paying attention to your every word. So what you say will go into someone's brain as a seed that will keep growing. So if it weren't for your conversation and that person watching it on that day, they might have not even began to look at mental health or began to look at a certain topic that you guys are now talking about. So don't ever shy away from just doing something that you know is real, because all the fake shit will die.
Yeah,
It's
trust me,
irrelevant.
man.
I'll probably leave it with, obviously, like, if you wanna, like I say, obviously shout out your socials. We let our guests do it. So
Prince of the City Trick, and that's about it. I think I'm Tricky MT on Twitter, but I lost my Twitter account.
Can they find you on Tinder?
About 4 years ago.
What's
What's Tinder again?
Can they find you on like dating?
I'm not gonna lie. I want someone, whoever you are, just set up a dating app for me. And so
I told you I'll do it for you,
when
man.
someone gets blown, when it gets blown up, I can just go mad and go like,
I'm ready. I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
She's ready for you.
All right, cool. Catch me on Tinder in 8 weeks.
You can catch me on Growing Up Brits-ish, my podcast, or you can catch me on Instagram, my personal, and I am Hebz with a Z, and Mama Hebz on YouTube, where all my visual podcast is.
brilliant.
And that
Yeah,
is it.
Waffletop podcast for Waffletop podcast for YouTube. Waffletop PC
This is
for
your
Instagram.
podcast, fam. How you getting this wrong?
Listen, 2 months break.
Yeah.
Now we're back. No, I'm joking. Waffletop PC for Instagram. Yeah, we have the YouTube page. Obviously, we're on SoundCloud and Spotify as well. We're done out on Facebook because it's just long. So it's just these platforms.
Facebook,
My
you only find your bloody
visuals are on Spotify as well. Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
sorry, no, Spotify, they started visuals and we've been given permission to be on our visuals. So our visuals are now on Spotify as well.
Oh, cool.
So that's it, sorry.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, sick.
I forgot we're doing it. Yeah.
I didn't even know that, to
Maybe
be
did
fair.
I?
I was going to go look that up.
Yeah.
We done that?
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you again soon.
God bless, man. God bless.
Nice one.